When it comes to red flags, we are pro in identifying red flags within our friends, within our colleagues, within people who are surrounding us. But we have a blind spot when we come to identify red flags which are waving within ourselves. So today I'm going to talk about those red flags which you have to look out, which are actually sabotaging your entire personal growth and a better relationship that you're looking forward for. So let's start. It's totally possible that you're oblivion and unknown to these red flags within you, but these are a subtle sign of more deeply seated issues within you. But once you start recognizing this red flag, this would be your first step towards personal growth and making your life more calmer and peaceful when it comes to identifying a red flag. So let's start. So the first major red flag, which is a kind of a pandemic across the corporate, across relationship, across friend circle, that is people pleasing trap. Now, if you're someone who is constantly saying yes when you want to scream out no, just by the fear of not disappointing the other, but you end up disappointing your own self, this is the major, biggest red flag within you. So let's come to the next red flag within yourself, that is called as the excuse maker's blind spot, within which what you do is you try and justify other person's bad behavior, often by blaming your own self or the external factors. So let me give you a classic example of ghosting. If somebody ghosted you, you will always go back to yourself and try to find what is fault with me because of which the other person ghosted you. Let me tell you one thing, the ghosting phenomena talks more about the other person than yourself. The other person is at fault. He has shown immaturity, he has shown discredibility, untrustworthiness, all those things comes into their play. So if you're someone who is making this particular kind of excuse makers blind spot, then definitely this is one of the major red flags within you. Stop doing it. So the next red flag that I want to talk about is the vulnerability void. Now, most of us are into this macho syndrome. This happens mostly with men, that they are not comfortable sharing their feelings, their fears, their in-kept secret. I can understand with the secret, but at least the fear, the feeling that the true feeling that is there inside them, if they are not able to open up, there is a kind of a compression that happens within your body, which really is an unhealthy practice of doing it. So I would request everybody to go ahead and express those feelings with someone you really trust on, or if not, you can you can always ask for a professional help, and it is like one call away, one message away. So don't be a pressure cooker, release it, make sure that you are your mental fog after expressing and voiding vulnerability is going to act in a beautiful way. So make sure that you're doing it. The next red flag, it is called as the inner critic's monologue. So if you are someone who have an excessive internal dialogue, and the dialogue nature is very harsh in nature, it focuses on flaws rather than the strength. Example, you are obsessed over a minor mistake during a presentation, or you keep on revisiting the bad memory and you keep on blaming yourself for what has gone wrong. This is another red flag which talks about you have a very harsh critic who is sitting inside. And if you have somebody who is abusing you constantly from within, this would in a bigger picture, this is going to harm your self-image, and this creates a bigger red flag in terms of your mental wellness, because when you have this kind of internal dialogue, it is going to erode your entire mental wellness or peacefulness. The next red flag is really important when it comes to relationship. I have written an extensive article on how to create boundary, but if you are a boundaryless zone, you're acting like a boundaryless zone in your relationship, let me tell you, that's going to be difficult. So if you are someone who is difficult to enforce any limit, often allowing others to take your advantage, that is a bigger red flag in the zone of relationship. So now we have come to an end of this particular short clip that I want to talk about the different red flags that are waving within you rather than a person in front of you. So I'm sure that with this particular video, you might have found certain values that you have to see for what are the red flags within you. So make sure that those are addressed as soon as possible to live a comfortable, a calmer, and a peaceful life that you always wanted to. So thank you for listening to me, and please subscribe the channel, and please like and share this video if you have seen my efforts put into this particular videos. Thank you so much.